Hey guys, welcome back to the Lad podcast, presented to you by Betcha. And here's a little sample of what's to come in this episode. Back again, we're going to try and cram a whole season's worth of reviews and previews into one episode because Super Rugby is back.
All Blacks by the end of the year, for sure.
Oh, there we go.
I've gone early.
I've gone early.
I thought it was going to be a massive loss for them, but they still went really well. And I think they would have taken a lot from that.
Group of guys, all that sort of same age, of being together for a long time now. So it is really their time to start.
Championship window.
Wow.
You do wonder if it's starting to become a bit of a mental thing, right? Like, it would only be natural that it weighs on your mind a little bit. But yeah, they look primed and ready to go.
Good bolter flare.
Holy sheesh. Like it.
What a lad, what a lad, what a lad, what an absolute lad.
Okay, one thing I've missed the last couple of years has been the weekly Lad Super Rugby show, where we had some good times, made some bold calls, and picked plenty of winners. So we're back again. We're going to try and cram a whole season's worth of reviews and previews into one episode because Super Rugby is back, starting this weekend, and there is no better man to talk it through than the great Searley from Searley Talks Sport. Mate, welcome.
Hey, what a setup.
How good, eh?
In the flesh. Was this actually our first time meeting in person?
First time doing a podcast in person and first time meeting in person.
Crazy.
Feel like we've been boys since way back.
Yeah, in the WhatsApp. The old Riverside's been copping a hiding, but now we're here in person. This is unreal.
Mate, how good. And we've got Super Rugby this weekend. The big question everyone probably wants to know is, what team are you supporting this year? You're all over the show.
Yeah, look, I've gone with the Canes. I'll be sticking to the Chiefs now, I think. Yeah.
Even though Shooters left, that was your real pull to the Chiefs.
I just want to win one.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's been so close. I can't ditch now.
Yeah.
When the Blues bet the Chiefs in the final, that was a tough one to cop.
Yeah.
Because, of course, grew up a Blues fan. Maybe I'm a little bit cursed. But, yeah, I'm going to stick with the Chiefs. I like their squad. I've said it for the last few years. But, yeah, surely it's their turn to get it done.
I'm glad you're sticking with them because you have no success at picking.
Yeah, true. So you can put a line through them. Sorry, Chiefs fans. But, nah, I'm going to stick. I'm going to stick there and just hope.
Yeah. Well, we'll go through their squad. We may as well start there now. We'll go with the Blues, actually. We'll go alphabetical order. Blues squad. We'll go through all the team squads and just get a feel for what you're thinking. The Blues squad. We obviously played them last weekend in a pre-season, and they look pretty good. You were there at the game.
Yeah, they did look sharp. I had a few questions around their midfield, outsides. Obviously losing Rico, Mark Talia. They lost a bit of strike there, but they're not lacking for talent. That's for sure. Some quality coming through, and Peter Aki, I was stoked to see him swatting blokes off because I remember one of my first Premier games for Northcote. He bumped me off about 8 times.
Oh, no.
And I had no idea who he was.
And you were a good defender.
He's walked into that one, the old turnstile. Yeah. And I was just like, who is this bloke? This is a rough day at the office for me. So to see him kick on and have a heck of a career makes me feel a whole lot better. But geez, he's going to be a massive addition, even just his experience, right?
Yeah.
Good to see Perifeta back out there.
He looked good too.
Yeah, he did look good.
He's had a terrible run of injury.
For someone that hadn't played in a long time, it can often take a while to adjust back into things. But I think he's going to be important this year, eh?
Yeah. Do you see him playing fullback when Bodie's back? Or
I think Zan's a talent too, right? Yeah. It's a great problem to have. I guess it's around how much Bodie actually plays this year, right? They've already come out and said first 3 weeks.
Yeah.
All Blacks rest, so Perifeta will get a good chance there, and then I guess it's how they manage Bodie from there. But this whole All Black rest thing is going to be interesting as well, because that, say you lose 2 of your first 3 games, that can almost be season semi-done. I know the Blues started slow last year and finished with a hiss and a roar, but I think the competition's going to be so close this year that I'm not sure if you can afford to drop too many games.
Yeah, 100%. And I think every team having 2 buys takes a little bit of that pressure off forcing those All Black rests.
Yeah.
And the fact that we don't have an All Black coach.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, who told Bodie he has to rest? Who's making that call? Because there's no coach. But yeah, it's an interesting one. Yeah, I think the Blues will be there or thereabouts for sure. I just wonder if there's some stronger squads on paper at the moment, but on paper's a funny thing, right? And Stern Verner's last year, I'm sure the lads will have plenty of motivation. And there's a few guys there with chips on shoulder, point to prove as well, which always makes a team dangerous.
Yeah, talking to the Blues coaches before the game yesterday, they all very impressed with Torrin Barnes. So
yeah, that was a name that kind of, because is he a Canterbury?
Yeah, he's come up from Canterbury. He was with the Crusaders last pre-season. They got him in the wider squad draft and really happy with him. So he's a name to look out for.
You love that, eh? Like a wider squad draft guy.
Yeah.
Makes such an impact that he was basically in their best 15, right? Yesterday at 6. So that's impressive. I'll have to keep an eye out for him. I haven't seen a lot of him.
Yeah, I think he'll have a big year. I think he suits the way Byrne likes to play. Tough, physical. And we'll get stuck in. Oh, yeah, good start. So what about the Chiefs? Here's your team. Give us the insight here.
Well, I just think, again, depth, insane. I like their pickups for Keddy in the midfield. Yeah. Again, it's compressed and there's guys playing for spots, but these are world-class players, all shooting just to get a starting or bench spot, which is a great problem to have. Really excited around Kyron Talmoifalau coming in.
Where do you think he'll play?
Well, I was sure he was going to be 15, but he hasn't run at 15 this whole preseason, has he? When you look at the backline, though, Leroy Carter, Moni, they got wingers.
Yeah.
Do they move?
Sotoro?
Yeah, Etene, who's always great.
Yeah.
So 100% he deserves to start at 15 if that's the way they go, but it's more just an issue of can you fit everyone in, I guess.
Yeah, good problem to have.
Would you potentially move Leroy to 13? Do you think he did it a bit for Bay of Plenty?
Oh, that would be a big call. And then where would Fuketi go?
Well, that's the thing as well, right? You got
Rona
Quinn. Rona. So, again, great problem to have. But, yeah, I just think the Chiefs, like, they've been there or thereabouts for so long, right? And I feel like every year over the last 3 or 4 years, they probably go in as favourites and haven't quite been able to get the job done. Josh Jacob, D-Mac, you can just rattle names off. That forward pack is scary too. So, yeah, they need to get the hoodoo off their back. You do wonder if it's starting to become a bit of a mental thing, right? It would only be natural that it weighs on your mind a little bit. But, yeah, they look primed and ready to go.
Big call. I like it.
Big call, mate. Big call.
But you're right. They have a stacked side. And when you look at their best team on paper and talk about the guys missing out, it's impressive. They've got depth. They've got the complete squad. So...
just options, eh?
Definitely tough to beat.
Like when D-Mac's out, Josh Jacobs slotting in.
I know.
It's crazy. And again, he could play 10, D-Mac 15 or the other way around. I feel like they can deal with multiple injuries and still put out a world-class starting side.
Yeah, which is key in Super Rugby. I think that's where you see the difference between the teams that are consistent and the ones that aren't, because a couple of injuries can affect some teams, but like you say, Chiefs have the depth. Should be right to be there at the end, like they usually are.
Hopefully winning, holding the trophy. I think I've been to the last 3 finals and it hasn't ended well. So maybe Shooter was the curse. Get him out of here.
Blame him. Well, the next team, Crusaders, obviously, the team that won it last year. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they certainly did. You're probably better to speak around them, but you're probably not allowed as well. So, I think if you write off the Crusaders, it's at your own risk, right? I feel like every year people look at them, in particular last year, I think before round 1, they were paying $7-8 to win at the TAB or Betcha, whichever is your platform of choice. And smart punters that got on would have made a nice little pay packet there, because you know they're always going to be there. I'm excited around the new stadium.
Yeah. How good's that going to be?
Oh, unreal.
And you're going to be at the first game, Super Round.
Yeah, there we go. So I can't wait for that as well.
What a lad fans.
Yeah, there we go. Just rip it in.
It's going to be some start.
How's it looking?
It looks unreal.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to get in there. Seeing videos and stuff of the changing rooms and all that stuff is just like next level.
Do you think it's going to change, without giving too much away, the way you guys look to play? Because it's only natural, right? The elements have been such a big factor for you guys for so long in your style of play.
Yeah, I think everyone's said that, and we know that teams used to hate coming down to Orange Theory in the wet, cold and greasy ball. That sort of suited the set piece pressure, the kicking game. But I genuinely think the skill set of our side is also a point of difference, which we don't usually get to show in the later end of the season. We do at the start of the year, and I thought we put teams away with our skill set early in the year last year. Now we'll be able to hopefully do that throughout the whole year, and we're just going to have to adapt the way we play or add a new string to our bow in the business end of the season. But I think we've got the players and the skill set to be able to do that. And we talk about the Chiefs' depth, selection headaches at the moment in the Crusaders coaching office is real. Like, we've got so many good players who are trying to get into 15 or even 23.
You lads buying your coffees each day.
It's hard, man. And there's some young, talented guys who they're going to get there, and it's just how we manage them. So.
Is that a tough thing to do? Like, you see these 19, 20-year-old kids men that they're ready to go ability-wise, but also it's a long season, it's physical, and you're semi-throwing them in the deep end. Is that a tough balance to find?
Yeah, I think it is. Like, as a fan, you just want to see them out there, basically, and you want to see them playing, and you think they can do it week in, week out. But if you do that, they'll probably break, or they're high chance of break. Their bodies just aren't as robust or used to the massive collisions that Super Rugby takes, or the toll that it takes on their bodies. So you've got to be really careful with how you manage them. Give them sniffs off the bench, maybe a random start, and then just make sure you're not just playing them week in, week out, because it's a quick way to break a young kid, and it's always a shame when that happens.
I heard a rumour, and it was a vicious rumour, that the groundsman at the new stadium is a Chiefs fan, and he buried a Chiefs jersey under the turf. This is the yarn going round.
Wow.
Yeah, so
that is interesting.
So something just to ponder throughout the year. Maybe get your spade out one night.
Whereabouts? Right in the middle?
I haven't got a confirmed location, but maybe hit up the head groundsman. But apparently there's a bit of a gag. Yeah. So if the Chiefs win the final down in Christchurch, they'll dig it up.
Jeez, man, that's a statement like that. What about anyone in the Crusaders you're looking forward to seeing?
I enjoyed Rivers Reihana's season last year, and now that there's both teams are available and healthy, then I'm excited to see a bit of that battle as well. Obviously, I want to see Ethan Blackadder have a healthy year. That's always a big watch for me as an All Blacks fan, right? Because we know what we can do at every level. So, probably Blackadder, injury-free year. Leo Willie, guys like that who have had a taste of All Blacks footy and deserve another crack, with no doubt a bit of a chip on the shoulder and a point to prove as well. Both your nines are an exciting watch, and that dynamic between those two. Like you said, the team's stacked, and there's a whole bunch of young boys coming through behind them just itching for a chance. So.
Oh, it's exciting, isn't it?
You blokes will be good, mate. Don't you worry, you blokes will be good.
Okay, next one, Highlanders. Where do you see them?
They're going to be a must-watch team for me each week, purely due to that backline and the amount of X factor there. I think when they get it right, they'll look amazing in games. I think similar season to last year in terms of close losses. Might be the one that hurts them. How many games did they lose last year within 7 to 10 points? Where they were right in the mix. And I think their ladder position wasn't really reflective of their season.
It's a good point. It always shows you how close a team is when in the closeness of some of those scores. So.
And hopefully they've taken a few learnings from that, and they can just finish some of these games a bit better. But when you look at those outside backs, like I'm a big Stanley Solomon guy.
Where do you think he'll fit?
See, that's the thing. I don't know if he will, because their back three is just lethal. But I'd love to see him off the bench, get kind of 15 minutes when there's a bit of fatigue in the game, in particular with these new laws, which I'm sure we'll talk about. But it's going to speed the game up for sure. And his footwork and his speed and just a different body shape that can be so hard to adjust to, right?
He's a small man, eh? He can move.
But lightning. And when you got guys like Nariki, Tangito, like big, powerful wingers, chucking a body like that with just quick feet can be quite hard to adjust to. And I like the look of Ratamatavuki Netkins as well.
It's a good back three, eh?
I reckon Tangito is All Blacks by the end of the year for sure.
Oh, there we go.
I've gone early.
In his goal,
and I wouldn't be surprised if his teammate in the 15's in there as well. I think those guys have that X factor that you just can't coach, and other teams can't stop as well, right? So it's just getting them good ball to allow them to do their thing. But that Highlanders backline excites me. Gutted about Pledger. That one hurt. I was excited. He was in my fantasy team. The app wasn't even live, and I was penciling him in. But I was really excited around him and Miller in that combo. Obviously Folau Whakatava world class though, so they don't lose too much there, but I think fans were keen to see how he'd go off the back of that crazy NPC season.
Yeah, man, he's definitely got a massive future. I was gutted for him as well. It's a shame when you see the young guys in particular get long-term injuries like that. So, but you mentioned big bodies before, one big body in their side, Jim Tavatava Nawai. What do you expect from him this year?
Almost the forgotten man, like made his All Blacks debut and then was obviously unavailable. So he almost got forgotten about on that Northern Tour, right? Like you forget the year that he had last year. Another exciting watch, another fantasy buy. Just an absolute brick of a human being, eh?
Yeah.
First five's worst nightmare, that's for sure. And keen to see if he can go to another level now that he's had that All Blacks experience under his belt. Like he's a wrecking ball and a genuine point of difference.
Yeah.
So keen to see how he returns. No doubt he'll be hungry, and love seeing that he's taken on like leadership roles and things like that. I think he was co-captain last year, right?
Yeah.
But if a guy like that can find his voice, and that's when they'll play their best footy. So I love that backline.
Yeah, he was so influential for them last year. Like the times he'd get his turnovers.
Yeah, the turnovers.
The breakdown.
Imagine trying to clean him out that way.
Kicking, even added kicking to his string, and like obviously incredibly tough to tackle. I know there's a lot of guys who are pretty happy that he wasn't playing the preseason game last week.
Yeah,
he's not the sort of body you want to test
not in
your
preseason, when it's like concrete, it's 40 degrees, and then you're just getting bumped off by Big Jim.
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping he's a little bit underdone going into round one.
Yeah, into week one, or he has the week off. Or All Blacks rest. All Blacks rest. Yeah, I reckon round one, take that one off.
Yeah.
Round two, peak for round two.
Okay, next one, Hurricanes.
Yeah.
Last Kiwi team. What do you reckon?
Did you save the best till last? Did you? I'm pretty big on the Canes.
Yeah.
Definitely top four for me.
Yeah.
Just looking through their side, I'm so excited about Ruben Love at 10. That loose forward trio is deadly, and they've got depth there. Like when you go Lakai, Karifi, Braden Yossi, Flanders, like all four of those guys could start fitting it in. Shields. I like that Warner Durns, how he's come across and
good signing.
Boosted their locking department, which I think in times probably hadn't been their strongest position over the last few years. They've always had one, but not the complete two, perhaps, at international level anyway.
Yeah.
Front row depth. Yeah, I really like their makeup.
Where does Geordie play, you think?
I think 12, but Corey Jane's been flirting with the idea that he'd play a bit of 15, right?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. Yeah, I don't know if Jim and Quinn and all that are ripping up, then you got Will Jordan there in the black jersey, don't you? Great problem to have, but yeah, part of me still wants to see Geordie play a bit of 15.
Yeah,
he's just so good at 12, right? You want him to get the ball in his hands as much as he can, and his skill set is so complete. But yeah, when he first wore the black jersey, 15 wing, just a big body.
Yeah,
it was great to watch too. But yeah, this Ruben Love, Roygaard, Geordie Barrett, 9, 10, 12 is exciting for me as a fan. I want to see that. Then you got Riley Higgins. You got guys like that as well, right?
So Balin Sullivan. You've got plenty of depth in the midfield as well.
Yeah,
Johnny Rover,
some electric wingers. So yeah, I reckon they're primed and ready to go. I thought they punched above their weight last year in terms of when they didn't have Geordie, no TJ. I thought it was going to be a massive loss for them, but they still went really well, and I think they would have taken a lot from that.
Yeah.
And then, any team with Roygaard and the likes in it, you'd be stupid to write them off.
They've had a core group of those guys been together for a long time now, like the Flanders of the world, who probably hasn't nailed down a starting spot, but that group of guys, all that sort of same age, have been together for a long time now, so it is really their time to start.
Championship window.
Wow.
It's open.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
10 years this year since their last win. So,
there you go. Memories. Shit. Yeah, I reckon they're going to be tough to beat.
Yeah.
And going down there to beat them as well, not easy.
Aussie sides, Brumbies.
I've actually been enjoying watching those Aussie preseason games.
High scoring.
Yeah, what was it? 50-48 Tars Brums.
The attack has been incredible.
Yeah. No, I think Brumbies, again, another team where you do your top four, you don't have them in it just out of ignorance, right? And then every year they play semi-finals football.
Yeah.
Again, just hard-working pack, great at set piece. Got a bit of razzle in the back line, probably underrated in that department. Yeah. Getting someone like a Tom Wright back for them will be huge. Love watching him play.
He's gone.
And they're always going to be in the mix for sure. I think they got Tane Edmed there now as well, I think he's made the move to the Brums.
Is he? Yeah, that's right.
So, yeah, they've got depth as well, good playmakers. I still think they'll be the best of the Aussie sides.
Oh, yeah.
Always get wrapped up in the preseason and seeing the Tars and the players that they have, or the Reds as well, right?
Yeah.
And they're an excitement machine. But I think the Brumbies' consistency, it's hard to bet against
just
every
as
year.
a club, 100%. Oh, they've lost a lot, but like you say, the club and just the consistency of it. Canberra, tough place to go.
Tough place to go to.
Yeah, also a good point. Okay, what about the Force?
Yeah, they're an interesting one for me. I thought they started really well last year, right? And everyone was talking about them being the shock package. And then I think it's a depth thing.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, like 1 to 15 or even 10 really quality players. And then there's a bit of a drop off there. Got a couple mates in the wider squad this year.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Sale, good Tasman lad. He's headed over there. And he said it's a great environment. Lads love each other's company, things like that. So they've actually gone pretty well in the preseason.
They've looked really good. Yeah.
So again, some quality players. It's just a consistency piece for them and travel.
Yeah.
Away from home, if they can perform away from home, because they're always hard to beat in Perth. They'll have my boy Tizano in there scoring tries with my fantasy. Anything within the 10-metre zone. He's not passing the ball, mate. He's trucking nut and he's looking across the chalk. So I'll have him in my team for sure. But yeah, I still think the bottom of the Aussie teams.
Yeah, okay.
But I expect the competition this year to be really tight.
Yeah.
And I think that's just because everyone's got better.
Yeah. I guess the bit that they struggle with is like the cohesion. They've got such a high turnover of players. Every year.
Yeah.
By the time they start getting some combinations going, it's a new year.
The lads are off.
And they're all gone again.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of, like, I feel like the guys play well for the Force and then they end up at the Tars or the Reds, right?
Yeah.
And they kind of get poached from there. It's a bit rough, but yeah.
What about the Reds?
Yeah, exciting team. They are the most Kiwi of the Aussie teams for me.
Yeah.
They play that exciting brand of rugby. Really impressed with them last year. Another team that probably lost quite a few close games. But yeah, I say they're young core. They're not young anymore. They're another team that's been together, like you said, with the Hurricanes. Been together for a while now, right? And they'll be hungry for success. But yeah, to me, they're pretty well rounded too, and they're always a fun watch.
Yeah. What about Carter Gordon? The return of, obviously NRL didn't work out for him, but he's gone back to the Reds.
Yeah, well, had a Wallabies crack, right? Went straight back in the deep end towards the end of last year. To me, he's crucial for the Wallabies. That's their spot in the backline that is most up for grabs. And when you look at the rest of their backline, their outside backs are terrifying when you chuck it on paper with Noanga Netuase and the co coming back, Angus Crichton.
How do you reckon Crichton's going to go?
See, obviously schoolboy star, big body for a midfielder. Yeah. They're saying 12.
How big is he? Because I'm often surprised at how small the league is at. I think they're huge, and then I see them, I'm like, oh, he's not as big as I thought he was.
I think he's pretty thick set. Lean.
Yeah.
And will handle the ball carrying really well.
Yeah.
It's just the full skill set, right? The distribution, handy to have a 12 with a kicking game, things like that. So that'll be an interesting one. I kind of saw him off the bench as like a hybrid 12-6.
Oh, yeah.
But then there's a lot of technical aspects you'd have to pick up really quick if you're going to play in the forward pack, right? So it's an interesting one. Him and Suali'i in the midfield, right?
Yeah.
But then Ikitau was arguably the best midfielder in the world last year.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a great problem for them to have. It's cool for bums on seats, right?
Yeah.
Like you're going to be watching the Wallabies next year just to see how it all works. But yeah, a great get for the Tars for 2027 for sure.
He hasn't given them a huge amount of lead-up time to try and crack that World Cup squad. One year is pretty challenging to try and pick up a game to international quality level.
And he's got a big call at the end of the year because he's got the Rugby League World Cup, or does he go on tour with the Wallabies?
Oh, true.
So that's his two options.
Oh, yeah.
And I guess if 27 is your ultimate goal, then you probably go on tour with the Wallabies, right?
Would he walk into the Wallabies? Is that part of the deal? Yeah.
I think they were saying he's got a big call to make. So I think they're already thinking of taking him, even if it's just for experience, right?
Yeah.
I think they did the same with Joseph Suali'i. I think he was. And so or else he could try get the double, 2 World Cups back to back.
Oh, that would be huge.
Yeah, it will be a tough call for him to make, but I'm excited to see. Like, it's great for the game.
Yeah.
It gets people talking. And even if it doesn't work out exactly as we hoped, it at least builds interest, right?
Yeah. Nice. Well, we'll get to the Waratahs. Where do you see them for this year without Crichton?
They'll be good again. I was really high on them last year, and it didn't quite work out for me.
Yeah.
Our team stacked on paper, right, full with Wallabies and your Searleys and Jorgensen, all those guys, electric. Another fun watch too. I just think it might be Kiwi bias, but my top 3 teams are all Kiwis.
Yeah.
And then I've left a spot there for another Kiwi team and the 3 Aussies. And it's hard to separate that kind of 4th spot for me. So that's where I'm struggling with it at the moment. I still think our 3 best teams will be better than all of the Aussie teams.
Yeah.
But it's hard, right? Because we watch so much of these Kiwi lads play.
Yeah.
And they're almost out of sight, out of mind. And then you watch them play. Like, they're breaking jaws in preseason, mate. They're not mucking around the Tars this year.
And they've looked good in the preseason games. But same again, I think a big part of it's the cohesion, like massive turnover of their squad again. It looks really good on paper, but sometimes it takes a while to build some of these combinations. Some good signings like Ioane Moana. Awesome pickup for them. He was massive for us last year. So I think he'll have a massive year for them.
I think defensively last year they kind of let themselves down a bit, right?
Yeah. Like and looking at the preseason games, it looks like they're scoring 50. They're also conceding 50.
Dangerous game plan. Like, I get that you win by scoring more points than the opposition, but it helps to lower that number a touch.
And they just have so much strike power across the field, like you mentioned with the Jorgensens of the world. And Searleys. So,
jeez, he's a good watch, eh?
Oh, class.
I was sure he was off to league, but I saw he just extended to 2031. So
31?
Yeah, 5-year deal.
Far out. That's unheard of.
Must have been some nice pennies, but he's another guy just electric. I saw that preseason try he scored against the Brumbies or set up where he just pretty much went
Charlie Gamble.
Loves a gamble. Loves a gamble.
Shout out to Betcha.
There we go.
The Drua.
Yes. Another one out of sight, out of mind, but if you play them over there, you have to be ready.
Yeah.
You almost pencil it in as one you don't look forward to, right? Because it's going to be hot, could well be raining.
Yeah.
A mix of both. The fans, and they just seem to grow another arm and leg when they're over at home. So
especially Luatoka.
Like,
there's one thing I've noticed the last couple of years: the difference between playing in Suva, which is tough, but not as tough as Luatoka, which is just.
Do you circle out on the calendar?
Well, we'd been over there the last 3 years, so very stoked that we're not playing over there this year. I think it's our last game at the current Orange Theory Stadium this year, so it will be a good game for us. But stoked. It's the game you don't want to have to, especially go to Luatoka. It's
weird to say you don't want to go to Fiji,
but
it keeps you up at
as
night.
A coach,
you don't mind it. You're like, come on, boys, can't be that hard.
You're in the aircon. I remember watching one of the games in the aircon, why are the boys so gassed? It's been such a slow game.
It's
ball
freezing
plays right down.
Jumper, right?
Got goosebumps how cold it is. And then you go outside, you're like, oh man, and then they're fainting in the changing rooms. It's like full on, it's intense.
Yeah. I heard Glenn Jackson saying that it's finals or nothing for them, which of course you're going to say.
Yeah.
But to me, it's the travel piece, right? If they can win away from home.
100%. That's the thing that's been challenging for them and always is going to be. So you're right. If they can win a couple on the road, win all their home games, then that'll probably be enough to get in the top 6. And then
are you hosting the draw under the roof? That's dangerous too.
Nah, we're the last.
Last of the orange. Very good.
Sprinklers will be on.
Yeah, well played. Well played.
Okay, last one, Moana.
Yeah. Obviously no Artie, which hurts, but excited to see Nani Laumape back.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be huge for them on and off the field. I just love the vibes of Moana, eh?
Yeah. They look like they have fun.
Yeah, they do. They look like they have fun. They look like they've found a real identity, hissing culture. And I thought last year was one of the coolest stories.
Yeah.
Just in terms of they were packing out Harbour Stadium, which it's rare to see it with people there these days. So it was good to see. And they're just a vibe, right? I think they're everyone's second favourite team.
Yeah.
And you can't help but cheer for them. If you catch them on the right day, and last year it was the right day quite often, then they're really hard to stop. They're just big, powerful, unpredictable.
Yeah.
But again, it's probably that consistency piece, which I think they got right for the first time last year. They weren't off very often, but I do think they're going to miss, like, it's Artie.
Yeah.
And his leadership on and off the field.
You could see how much he influenced the group last year.
Yeah.
Right? And like just everyone was so much more, they just looked more confident when he was out there with them. He had a couple of big moments and everyone just got that energy from him.
Yeah.
And,
I think him and Kyron gone does hurt.
Yeah. And their depth is tested.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned earlier, like the teams without the depth do struggle, especially if they pick up injuries. But one thing you know when you're playing them, if you're not physical, you're going to lose the game. So
yeah, there's some loose forwards there that run like wingers, but they're 120 kilos. It's unfair. But
yeah, and once they start winning those physical collisions, they get the chahus going, the energy builds, and they're bloody hard side to beat. So it'll just be interesting to see how they build that and what they're like without Artie, really.
Yeah, I hope they go well.
Yeah.
They're
top
a team,
6?
They're a team I'd love to see in the top 6. I just think it'll be the consistency piece. So I don't have them in there right now, but that would be the coolest story for me of the year.
Yeah. Who's your wooden spooner?
Oh, probably the Force.
Is it? Oh, yeah.
Between them or the Drua, which hurts to say. But I think there's only going to be, similar to last year, right? Like a couple losses between being in the 6.
Yeah. It'll all come down to the last round.
Yeah, I think like 4 to wooden spoon is going to be reasonably tight.
Yeah.
Which as a fan is great to see because that's what keeps you tuning in, right? You don't want blowouts. You want close games, exciting games, and you want the ladder to go right down to the wire. And I thought last year's product was really good.
Yeah. And I think obviously we'll talk about the new law variations, talking about exciting product. These are all just brought in to help the game speed up, be even more exciting than it was last year. Because I was with you, I thought the product was awesome last year, and you go back and watch international rugby, and you get frustrated with the TMO and all these things, which just stay out of the game, please, mate. Like I'm just trying to watch a game,
big time.
But I love what they've done, what they're doing at Super Rugby. TMO only comes in if it's a yellow card offence, so it's got to be pretty significant for them to come in, which I think is great. You're not getting the constant stoppages in the game. 50-22 law looks good as well.
Do you guys get heads up like that these have been proposed? Because like you need time to adjust to them as well, right? And the competition starts next week, and we got told earlier this week.
We got told in November that these were going to be proposed. So I start thinking about it.
Yeah.
Then it got confirmed in potentially January. So we were always planning for these. And
gotcha.
I'm more interested to see how teams play that out because passing it back into the halfway mark to be able to kick a 50-22 makes it tough for those guys in the backfield to know whether to come up and shut off the run or hold back and shut off the kick space. So,
well, that's the idea, right?
Yeah.
They're trying to push the back 3 back to have less numbers up in the line, so you play to width. Which
I think most teams are going to have to do because it can be quite an easy kick if you're just standing on the halfway mark and putting it into the 22. So, should open up more run space around that area of the field and should be good for the game.
I love it at Super. Do you think it affects us come international time? I feel like these laws are taking away potentially our weakest part in international and maybe making us weaker. Like the whole no joining the ruck effectively gets rid of the caterpillar there at the back of the ruck, which leads to box kicks. Now we're pushing our back 3 back, which means we're not box kicking, we're kicking long for space. Do you think we're just going to get weaker in that aerial department, which has been such a big, like, that's what the Northern Hemisphere do, right? They box kick and beat us in the air at the moment.
Yeah, it's interesting, and it's a good debate at the moment around, is our competition aligned with international rugby? And you'd say at the moment it's not. I guess the challenge for that would be we could probably adapt how we play to suit the style that we're playing week in and week out and really back ourselves, back our skill set, play to the strengths that we're doing week in, week out.
Rather than try copy them.
Yeah, because like a lot of the guys will get told like they need to be bigger for test footy, and but all year they're lighter and faster and fitter. So potentially something like that. But I'm with you, like it's not ideal. Like you'd want it to be as close as possible. It'd be good if the whole world could agree on one sort of
the English would
rules.
never agree to those. No box kick rules, no TMOs, mate. It would be chaos. But yeah, it is an interesting one because as soon as I saw them, I thought, that's going to be exciting to watch. But does it
help us win a rugby World Cup?
Does it make the adjustment even bigger come July?
Yeah.
When France and Ireland are here, does that change things?
And a lot of free kicks, like exiting offsides, all these are going to be free kicks now, so there'll be less scrums. You'd imagine a lot more free kicks. Halfback doesn't have to be on the mark, so as soon as
I love that
he's gone, so there's real opportunities for running nines. So
I love
Roy
the
Guards, Hothams of the world.
I love the penalty try. Doesn't have to be an automatic card. That's been frustrating at times, right? Like a guy just happens to be the offender there, done nothing wrong. You've already conceded 7
off the
points. He's desperate for game time. Team's down by 30. He's just getting a run and he gets binned. But there's a few of them where you think penalty try was more than enough punishment there.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have seen that intentional knockdown not be an automatic card.
They are trying to referee that differently. So
gotcha.
I know they tried it last year. I don't think they got it quite right. But if you are genuinely making an attempt to catch it, it should be refereed as a knock on. But it's such a grey area. We went through maybe 5 or 6 of them with the referee Todd Petrie that we've got down with us at the moment.
Yeah,
and, everyone's got a different opinion on was it genuine catch? Was it a slap? Was he making a tackle? Was his arm just in the it is pretty grey area. So there's always going to be a little bit of controversy over that one. But hopefully if you're making a genuine attempt to catch it or knocking it up, should just be a knock on.
Yeah, it's the little ones as a fan, hey, they get you frustrated, but it's never going to be 100% perfect. I do like the changes though.
Yeah, okay, round 1 predictions.
Oh, here we go.
We'll start with the first game. Landers versus the Crusaders down at
Landers 30 plus. No, that's going to be what a way to start, right?
Yeah.
Like straight away a big rivalry. Hopefully the zoo's packed, the students get out there and
You'd
get
hope
amongst
so.
it.
You'd imagine so too with the signings and the squad and the occasion.
Yeah, bit of excitement down there. So yeah, I will tip the Crusaders in first up. But I do think the Highlanders have looked a bit up and down in pre-season, but I think you'll see a massive step up in intensity, right? Like players know exactly when it means a little bit more, and I think that'll be reflected in the performance. But I'm expecting high scoring, under the roof, entertaining brand of rugby, Friday night, great time slot.
Yeah.
I think the Crusaders get the job done, but I don't think it'll be a walkover.
No. The Highlanders are such a niggly side. Like they got a lot of their...
I feel like your games are always close.
Yeah,
right?
they are. Like their forward packs are just all niggly guys.
Yeah, workhorses, right. Is there a bit of a, I don't know if big brother, little brother's the right mindset, but, South Island rivalry there, and obviously the Crusaders have been so successful. Do you think they have a bit of a chip on their shoulder as let's try and knock them off? Underdog?
I'd imagine so, and Jamie Joe loves that sort of narrative around let's get stuck into these guys.
No one gives us a chance type of thing. Because I saw the odds and I was like, jeepers.
What are the odds?
You guys are heavy favourites.
Are we?
Yeah, about $1.30 to $3 type of stuff. Which is probably to be expected, right?
Yeah.
And it's based off reputation more than anything. First game of the season. But yeah, I back the Crusaders. You have to go try scorers though to find some value there, right? The $1.30 is not exactly doing it for me.
Well, yeah, I guess the interesting thing for the Crusaders will be who the wingers are. So they're always a good shout and plenty of good options
if All Blacks are in the mix, right? That's the hardest thing I was doing my fantasy team. And I know we had a couple sent through to us and you're like, Jesus, it's full of All Blacks. Like, careful round 1. It's going to be an interesting dynamic, right? Because they had such a big year and they've got another massive year coming up. I assume workload will be front of mind for those guys. So.
Massively. And we've only, the All Blacks only get back into pre-season 2 weeks ago. So they've only been with the group for 2 weeks. So
you can't.
The teams with a high number of All Blacks, it's really hard balance to try and get those guys up to speed when you've been working with the rest of the group for 6 weeks who are really clear on how you want to play this year. And then you've got the new group come in who are still trying to get their head around to get their body conditioned. And to throw them out there straight away can be quite challenging. So,
do you notice a massive step up in training quality and things like that when those guys come back in?
Oh, they're world class. I think the biggest thing you notice is the comms, out there on the field when you've got David Havili and Will Jordan jumping back in, and the level of the comms on the training field are just so much more intense and direct. And, the level does go up for sure. But we've got big squads this year. All the teams do. We've been training 3 teams, so it's been a bit of a juggle to get all 3 teams the rugby going. So,
is that a because I've noticed in these preseason games 38 guys being named. Is that a new thing?
Yeah, so they've the wider squad, which previously used to be 5 players, isn't grown to 12. So you got that extra 7 players, which you're in full time with the boys now. So
great for young guys coming through.
Such good opportunities, some good players in there, and they'll get opportunities throughout the year, and just builds the depth, and should be good for New Zealand rugby instead of getting an injury and having to find someone who's gone over to potentially MLR or
been playing club code for
So it just gives those guys a bit of certainty that
it makes that adjustment easier.
They've got a job for the year and don't have to go and get on a building site and get called in and that whole juggle of life. So I think it'll be a good thing, and I'm glad you're picking the Crusaders. So it's very unheard of from you.
Yeah, it hurt me to say it, but it's easier when we're not together to tip against you. But now you're right in front of me. Yeah, I'm a bit intimidated. Whereas when it's through a laptop, I'm just Crusaders.
Okay, what about the Waratahs Reds?
That's in Sydney, right?
Yep.
Geez, that's going to be a good game.
It is.
I can see that being 36, 34, high scoring. Was it a conscious thing to make these rivalry games? Because you got Blues Chiefs as well. It's almost like a rivalry round to kick us off, right?
Yeah, they always try and start the comp with good matchups across the whole board. I guess it's the way you want to get people in and attached to the product. So they've done it well, I think. All these games first up are good games and tough to pick.
Yeah, I might go the Tars 1-12 in that one.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be really tight. The Sydney factor, I'll probably just tip them in, but that's both teams can throw the ball around and on their day, very hard to beat. Yeah, I'll go Tars 1-12, but that's a heck of a way to kick things off for the Aussie.
Yeah, the Reds have a strong side. It'll be an interesting one. We're keen to see who's named at 10.
Yeah.
Obviously got Tom Liner as well. So,
they've got the 2 Wallabies 10s basically, right?
Interesting to see how they play those 2 guys, but good matchup to start over there, and I think we'll learn a lot from both teams from that game. What about the Drua versus Moana over there in Fiji and in Luatoka?
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, big difference. I think it's a tough place to play, but
very. This is a cool game.
Yeah.
The passion, the culture are all coming together. It's going to be sick to watch. I do think the Drua start the year with the win. As you said, tough place to go and play. So I think they'll get the job done at home. I'd love Moana to go over there and start the season with a hiss and a roar, but this is one where you just sit back on the couch and you enjoy the spectacle, right? Because anything could happen in this game. There could be tries scored from anywhere, and it's going to be high tempo, and they're going to throw it around, and some of the collisions is going to be massive.
Really test the bodies first up.
And there'll be some 6'8" locks moving like wingers. So this will be a great game to watch. But I'll tip the Drua in that one.
It'll be good to see the Drua side too. They've obviously got a lot of talent. It'll be interesting to see where they sort of land with their backline in particular.
Some good fantasy buys there, eh? Yeah. Perhaps players that you're not that aware of, and then you watch them, and you're like, geez,
tackle breaks.
Get in my team, mate, for $3 million. You're like, that's a bargain buy of the year. Looking at some of the prices this year, it's going to be tough to find some cash cows. So.
Yeah, okay. Next one, Blues and Chiefs, your 2 teams here. Head-to-head from the start.
Going to go the Chiefs.
Yeah.
It'll be... Again, though, this whole All Black thing and who's available and who's not could be massive. I just still think they have the depth to be able to overcome that. And I think that forward pack, one thing with the Blues under Vern has been forwards tough. But that Chiefs pack is just as tough and just stacked. So I think Chiefs.
What are the odds on that one? Is it?
I'll have a look now. I'd imagine they're almost 50-50, right?
Yeah, you'd think so up in Eden Park, and with the amount of All Blacks that the Chiefs have that have had to filter in a little bit later.
Yeah.
Makes it a little bit challenging, but
Yeah.
never quite know.
Yeah, $1.90, $1.80.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Who's
Chiefs' favourites.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's probably about right.
Yeah, probably about right. That'll be a great game. Excited to see Perifeta.
Yeah.
Back.
Bodie's not back till round 4. So.
Yeah. This All Blacks coach told him to rest, right? It's an interesting one. Maybe it's Chiefs coach and he's told him first few weeks off. But,
Must be Dave Rennie.
Yeah,
He got the job.
He's got the job.
Still got his Chiefs.
But yeah, excited to see Perifeta back just because, yeah, frustrating year from last year, no doubt.
Yeah.
And he's got this opportunity now to start the season. Just such a quality player, eh?
Yeah,
what a guy to be able to rely on when...
He's slippery. He's deceptively strong, like the way he bumped off and slipped out of a few tackles yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like, and he's not a huge man, but man, his feet and hip strength is quality and good balance.
He's one of those guys you don't realise, like age-wise, you assume because he's been around on the scene for a while now.
Yeah.
But
How old is he?
I still think he's like mid to late-ish 20s, right?
He? Yeah.
I think so.
25-ish.
Where he's one of these guys where he's been around for so long, you're like, oh, he must be back into the career.
Yeah,
but it's like, nah.
Oh, he's had a terrible run of injuries. And
Yeah.
like I'd love to see him get a full, healthy season.
28.
28.
So he's still got, you know, a little while left there. And been in the All Black squad for a while now. Another of these guys, a big super season, and he'll be back in the mixer, right?
Beautiful. Okay, Force versus Brumbies.
In Perth. What time slot will that be? The midnight game? I'm going to be brutally honest. I don't think I'll be staying up for that one. But I'll go Brumbies. But again, I think this is going to be tight.
Yeah.
Like you said, a lot of change to the Brumbies squad. And first up, Force at home, off the back of a good preseason, some good results. If there's going to be an upset, it's probably week 1, right?
Yeah, it'd be hard to confidently tip anyone in this week where you're dead set certain that.
Apart from the Crusaders.
Yeah.
No pressure, mate.
Guilty.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting one, right? Because this is where you're most likely to pull off an upset.
Yeah.
Just based on preseason and, you know, certain teams peak at different times, right? Like it's a long competition. You don't win comps in Feb.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it's around what they've prioritised, but I'll go Brumbies, but 1 to 12.
And you mentioned you probably won't get up for that game, but I think one thing that Super Rugby does well is highlights packages on YouTube.
Yeah.
Straight away, Sky Sport, whatever it's on. Like they have great highlights packages where you can just get up and watch the full extended version or the short version, where you try and watch highlights of Six Nations or any sort of
box kits.
English rugby. And they don't even package up the highlights properly. It's just all erratic. So,
geez, the French look good though.
Enjoy
in that
Super
game.
Rugby.
Yes.
Highlights. Yeah, but Six Nations, the French did look good.
Unreal. And that's going to be a great comp.
Yeah. Who are you picking in that?
Probably England.
Yeah. Or England to beat France.
Yeah.
Where's that game?
Oh, that'll actually be probably the deciding factor, right?
Yeah.
But England on a crazy roll at the moment. I think it's their longest win streak, tied with
squad.
like 2000, 2001 Clive Woodward coaching days. So, they're at, like everyone's saying, if you win your pool in the World Cup, you play South Africa. Well, if you finish second, you play England, right?
Yeah. So that World Cup draw is an absolute stitch up, isn't it?
What is like round of 16? It's crazy, man. Like it's just unfair, right? Like if you do cop South Africa that early and you go out, people will just remember that you lost at that stage of the competition. They won't factor in.
You could be the second best team and
go out that early, and it's like worst World Cup result ever, and it's like, no, we played the Springboks or we played England, like two teams that are probably 1 and 2 with the French in the mix in terms of form at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's just
tough game.
It's just brutal. Lucky we've got Hong Kong and Chile to really get us prepped for it, eh? Huge.
Okay, give me your top 4. Your top 4 for the season.
In order?
In order. Finish. We'll just go. We'll go. Yeah, final.
We'll go Chiefs, Crusaders, Canes, Brumbies.
Oh yeah.
And the final will be Chiefs, Crusaders, as it always is.
Not whereabouts. At the new stadium or back up in Hamilton?
Well, I quite like if the jersey under the turf narrative is true, then I'd quite like to see it down there and then the jerseys dug up.
I hope they've got a mat.
Yeah, surely.
The whole field will
Maybe
be dug
it had
up.
a few tins and he's forgotten where he put it. He's like, it's around here, boys. Get the digger out. But, for me, I'd like to see it in Hamilton so I could just make the short commute.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's the final and the Chiefs get it done. Sorry, mate.
Oh, hell, well, fair enough. It's good to have you tipping.
Yeah, there we go.
Because I think the Hurricanes are a real good chance to make the final this year. Like we mentioned, the squad. I think it's their year to really make the most out of the squad that they've got. It's a good time for them.
What do you think about Ruben Love at 10? They've obviously got Brett Cameron there as well, so it's worth a crack, right? And if it's not playing out exactly as you hope, then you've got a great option there, and you just push him to 15. But
100%. I thought he did a good job last year. Brett Cameron's a quality player too, though. So when he came back fit, he was obviously their 10 at the start of the year. But Ruben was going so well at the time. It was interesting to see that they made that shift straight away. But like you say, awesome to have options. And then it could just be guys will work it out on the field over the first few rounds and then start building from there. But
do you think it's a move to try and get that 22, 23 jersey for the All Blacks and chuck you on the bench? Because now you've got Bodie, you got D-Mac, Richie Mo's coming back, Ruben Love, like all of them can play 10, 15.
You need to be able to really if you want that 21 spot. And
then Love can play on the wing as well. So that would mean he could literally cover 3 or 4 positions in the back line.
100%. So, good option for him. And I know he's keen to play there, so that's always a big part of it.
He seems like that type of character, that like wants to drive the ship, which you need more guys like that.
And when you've got Roygaard inside you, who's unreal, and Jordy potentially outside you, like you said, it's a nice sort of spine to get aside into the big games and winning big moments. But obviously,
do you like the bleached hair? Just quickly,
it's not something I'd do. But
if the Canes win it this year, will you bleach your hair?
Some of them actually pull it off. No, there's no way. I'd rather go a Lomu.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, clip that up. If the Canes win this year, Jimmy Maher rocking the Jonah Lomu haircut.
God, that would look crook.
Yeah, that would look crook.
Okay, All Black bolter.
I don't know if he's a bolter, but Tangito.
I think he's definitely a bolter.
Yeah.
Hasn't been an All Black.
Yeah, I thought last year when he joined the squad, I would have loved to have seen him get a crack. I think he left the squad before that Wales game, right? Because they had a few boys back, but that would have been a cool game to see him get a run. I just think pace, power, so balanced, just a natural finisher, and he can
so fast, eh?
Yeah.
I believe he's the quickest in the country now.
Oh, really?
With Manson going to 7s and Rico over in Ireland. I think he's basically got it.
They still need to make this happen, eh? Like a combine.
100%. Super round would be gold.
Yeah.
Send your fastest player not playing, even if it's those guys.
Even like gym stuff, all of it.
Yeah.
Like, let's see who's the strongest. Let's see who's the fastest. Let's see who's the most powerful.
How good.
Like that I'd watch that. It could be a separate event.
Pay to watch it.
Yeah.
Go to it. Like it. Okay.
Do you have a bolter?
Oh, my bolter actually would probably, mine and yours would be going toe to toe actually.
Oh.
Shea Fihaki.
Yeah.
I believe international rugby suits him. Massive body, unreal in the air. One of the best edge defenders. So defensively as a winger, I think it's just so important. Probably underrated from fans around how important that aspect is. Like, his edge defense is impressive. So just suits the international game, just the way it's played, depending on the style they want to play.
Yeah.
But I think I'm expecting a massive year from him. And
he's got some wingers.
Got some wingers, I know. And the other one bolter might be Leicester as a loose forward. I think we might see a little bit of that, and it might make the All Blacks as a hybrid loose forward centre.
Holy.
Is a real good bolter for you.
Sheesh. Like it.
You might have seen him in there yesterday.
Yeah, there was. I was like, it's one of those things when you bring it up, you're like, yeah, right. Wow. I like it. I like
He's
it.
speechless. I like it.
Yeah, well, it's not something I expected, but now you mention it, I just thought his work rate was through the roof.
Yeah,
but,
we got 2 tries.
Yeah.
Close. Like, he's just so good at the tight stuff. So good at jackling. The more he carries, the better.
Does he enjoy it?
He loves it. He's a little bit like Ruben, like wants to test himself there. So once you get a player who wanting to do it, it's a bit easier. But we've also got a stack load of loose forwards.
Yeah.
So
you guys, like with Ollie Mathis as well, you love a 7 winger, eh?
Yeah. Well, he's going away from the winger part. He's focusing on 7. But he is an impressive kid.
Yeah.
Looking forward to watching him progress over the next few years because he is absolutely gun.
Yeah. Good environment for him too.
Yeah. Okay. Top try scorer.
Tangito.
Oh, yeah.
I'm all in.
Highlanders.
I'm all in. Yeah. I think they're always good for scoring some points, right?
Yeah.
And him in particular gets a lot of ball and a lot of finishing, support play, things like that. I think bit of punch in that midfield, arms free, Bluetooth, offloads.
Yeah.
You know.
He created a lot for them last year too, like intercepts and just long range tries. So
yeah.
That's a
I
pretty
like
good
him.
shout. Yeah.
You?
I've gone Will Jordan, but
how much is he going to play?
He should.
Spill the beans.
He will play. He'll probably only miss 1 game, injury dependent.
Yeah,
but,
gotcha.
He won't.
Geez, that's deadly then.
Yeah, the reason I couldn't go a winger because I just didn't know who our wingers are going to be,
and because all your strike moves, you're tailing them to 15 so that you win your top try scorer prediction. Hey, I can imagine. Like, boys, we're really 15 reliant.
And my fantasy.
Yeah, there we go. Well, you're my captain this week, mate. We're going 15 heavy.
He doesn't even need moves back for him at all. Like, he's just one of those players who instinctively reads, anticipates when opportunities created, and then has this acceleration and speed that gets on the end of things. And
looks so effortless.
And he's deceptively powerful. Like, he'll burst through tackles to finish. And I'm excited to see him have another big year, and hopefully that form flows into the All Blacks because I think he's a key member for that group in that 15 jersey.
Yeah.
Referee to watch out for.
This one's caught me off guard, mate. I can't say that. I've got the notebook out and I'm eyeing out some young referees.
Underrated the refs. Like, man, it's a tough.
Is this just a campaign pre-week 1? Like,
let's just
really love the refs. Let's give the refs some love. If you're reffing the Crusaders, we're big fans of the refs down here. Some
They're
great young refs.
Jobs.
Yeah. Well, who's your referee to watch?
Marcus Playle, who's, I think he's with the Hurricanes this year. He was with us last year. He did us in the preseason in the weekend.
Yeah.
But I think he's a young referee with a big future. And we've got Todd Petrie this year down with us, so I'm looking forward to seeing how he goes. But we've also got Ben O'Keefe, Paul Williams.
Always love
James Dolman. So there
is some good refs.
They're the 5 big dogs that New Zealand's got this year. So
is it handy having them in camp?
It's actually gold because you get an insight into what they're thinking or what they're talking about as referees, what they're focusing on. You just get these little heads up, and you can have conversations around things like the slap down, like take them through 10 clips and what do you say?
So you're clipping stuff up and presenting it to them?
And vice versa. They'll clip the game from yesterday and send it to us of the decisions that they thought were fair or we probably got hard done by. And, just so you know if you're focusing on the right area, because sometimes some of those things might be adjusting it. And there's always going to be mistakes. So like if a referee makes 3 errors on something and you start focusing on it, you've probably wasted your time because they were errors and it might not happen the next week.
Yeah.
So just sort of clears that whole process up and you can be really clear on what's important and what's not.
Geez, a good asset, hey?
Great asset.
How much are they in? Are they in every week?
Full time, yeah.
Oh.
Depending on where they live. So Todd Petrie's actually moved down to Christchurch, so he's in all week. The previous years we've had guys flying in for mainly our main training session and flying out, but
that's cool.
It's been good, yeah. Okay, Lad Super Award winner, previous winner, Richie Moanga.
Yes.
2023.
Well, apparently that's his main, everyone said it's World Cup motivation. He wants the Lad Super.
He wanted the 27.
Yeah, he
World
wants
Cup.
the 27 Lad Super.
It's actually in his contract.
Yeah, that's what lured him home. So don't worry about that. That's,
So it's got to be man of the match in the final.
Yeah.
Who you going?
Well, I've got a Chiefs Crusaders final. And normally you go with your quarterback, don't you?
Oh, yeah, D-Mac.
So I'm thinking D-Mac.
Or Jacob.
Yeah. Interesting. Or it could be Rivers.
Oh, yeah. I think he got it last year, did he?
Yeah, I think so.
We got the man of the match.
But we have to agree on this, don't we?
Yeah, we didn't do the Lad Super last year, did we?
Yeah. Well, you're not
It'd
going to pick D-Mac, are you? Because it means
call.
they've won the final.
Yeah, no, I didn't have them in the final, so.
Will Jordan?
My one was actually Ethan Blackadder.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's got man of the match in all 3 games so far. So if he can get through healthy,
I think every New Zealand rugby fan would like to see him win the Lad Super. Actually,
he is just a beast
because it means he's got through the whole year.
Yeah,
and he's playing good code because he's a massive asset for us.
Yeah, it'd be a good prediction.
I'll buy into that.
The other ones are Leicester, Will Jordan, Noah Hoth, Rivers, David.
Just all Crusaders, eh? You just naming the whole team, are you? What a flex, man.
Okay.
I'll go D-Mac. Yeah.
Fantasy. Top 5 picks. We're going to try this draft fantasy too this year, which will be interesting.
I thought I'd miss the draft.
Yeah, I just changed it
I was
late
panicked last night.
But who would your top 5 picks be?
I'm going to have D-Mac.
Yeah, he's on mine too, D-Mac.
But he's a
fantasy gun.
Yeah.
He has been since.
But he's not a set and forget because obviously he's going to be in and out, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't think he'll be rested as much as you're probably thinking.
Okay.
Like 2 buys is 2 rest weeks. So
we're going to see All Blacks a lot.
I don't think an All Black will rest more than 1 week.
Gotcha.
In a season. So
okay.
if you're thinking All Blacks, other than the guys who have already come out, the Scott Barretts who's out for the first sort of 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Who else? Patrick Tuipulotu, Bowden Barrett, those sort of guys who have come out and said they're not playing for an extended break. Everyone else, I think you won't see them off with a break more than 1 week.
Okay. I'm having D-Mac then.
Yep.
I think I'll go Tangito.
Oh, yeah.
He's expensive though.
Is he? Yeah.
I think 11.
Must have come off
11 mil.
Last year. Well, that's the beauty of draft. There's no budgets. It's just on order.
Yeah.
And only one person can have them. So once you pick them up,
it's
yours for the season and you ride that journey with them.
It's a cool format for sure. My boy Tizano.
Oh, yeah. He was gone last year.
Unreal.
Tackles, tries. That's all you need.
And it just seems like a character, eh? Like a good lad.
Loose as a goose.
Yeah, love it. Who else are we going there? Will Jordan.
Yeah.
Has to be in there. And then my final pick for my top 5. I think you need a midfielder. Probably Tavanoa.
Oh, fair.
Quinn was good for me last year.
Yeah.
And he's got a real opportunity this year, right? After getting a few cracks in that All Blacks team off the back of some hissing form at the end of the year there. Yeah. So I wouldn't be surprised a big campaign for him too. Top 5 for you?
I had D-Mac, Roigard, Will Jordan, Leicester and Tizano. So quite similar. Only differences was Leicester and Roigard, but looks like you probably want to change.
Hard, yeah. No, you say it, like you definitely want Roigard in the mix.
Yeah.
Scores tries for fun.
He's a fantasy gun as well, isn't he? But I think Hotham's going to have a big year. He's a good fantasy type player as well, the way he plays. But the thing, Roigard gets big minutes.
Yeah, well, because you guys have 2 quality 9s, right? 2 All Black 9s. Yeah, so.
Even 3 with Louis Chapman, who's been playing some real good footy as well. So,
Hotly contested, but basically wraps it up. There's a season worth
of Super Rugby content in one.
Yeah, all
hour.
in one. There we go. You love to see that. What were the main takeaways? That there's a Chiefs jersey under the new stadium grass, some good young refs coming through that the Crusaders are really enjoying, and Chiefs Crusaders final.
Oh, man, you've wrapped that up nicely.
Could have just done it for 1 minute, right? Perfect. No, it's been bloody good fun, though.
Always good to get you on, mate. You're a legend and you're a mastermind of the
mastermind.
Game, really. Yeah.
I don't know about mastermind, mate. But no, it's always good having a yarn. Excited for this year's product. I think it's going to be even better than last year, and last year was bloody good. So close comp, lots of tries, lots of points. Hopefully, lots of fans in the stands.
Yeah, and we'll see you at the Super Round.
Oh, one to remember or one not to remember, eh? I can't wait. People are just revved up for it already.
Yeah.
But just to be down there in that new stadium, the atmosphere, like what a cool way to launch it all.
Yeah.
And it's been cool when it's been over in Aussie, but I think it's going to go to another level.
Yeah, 100%. The Aussie one never really sold out, so it was always relatively disappointing. But
it was like Melbourne and things like.
Yeah, this one's going to be sold out.
Yeah.
New first look at the stadium. It's going to be an occasion.
You reckon like Wally Sevens vibes?
Yeah, even better.
Even better.
Yeah, calling it early. Just more of a spectacle. Like, Wally Sevens was unreal.
It was just a steam up though, wasn't it?
For like
wasn't
the
very
whole
family
weekend.
friendly, was it?
But you go into the stadium, everyone's basically walking around the concourse. Like I feel like this will be more of a spectacle in the stadium.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can replicate what they did outside the stadium as well, like they did at Wellington.
Is there a concourse at this?
There is a concourse, yes. But you can still see concourses around the stadium. You can still see the ground when you're walking around it.
Perfect.
So you know how in Wellington you go out and you can't see anything.
Concrete,
You can walk around and see. So
best of both worlds. Oh, you'll find me in the concourse then by the beer stand. Still watching the game though, running the expert eye over it.
On the bar leaner.
Just keeping an eye on the young refs coming through the game and just saying, shit, Jimmy was right. This kid's sharp. All right. Well played, mate. Well played.
Oh, you're a lad. Good stuff. Well, there you have it. Another episode of the What a Lad podcast presented to you by Betcha. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you did, please let me know what you thought of it in the comments.